Welcome to The Complete Teacher, 101 meaningful, bite-sized professional development lessons, each coming with thought-provoking titles, relevant, inspiring quotes, helpful text with anecdotes, data, and wisdom, and action steps. Lesson 91. Draw inspiration from history's educational champions. The ex-ambassadors sing "All hail the underdogs, all hail the new kids, all hail the outlaws, Spielbergs and Kubricks." And K. Marshall says, "You will never influence the world by being just like it." As I considered my classroom design strategy, I decided to put pictures of all sorts of famous and not so famous people on the walls. To make that cut, a person had to be special, or at least have some style. I considered all fields, from musicians and actors to inventors and world leaders. These included celebrities like Hugh Jackman, Jimmy Fallon, and Audrey Hepburn, artists like Kirk Franklin, Woody Guthrie, and U2, champions like Roger Federer, Serena Williams, and Michael Phelps, fictional characters like Quicksilver, Batman, or the cast of The Walking Dead, as well as pioneers like Amelia Earhart, Neil Armstrong, or Stanley Kubrick. And seeing as I was in a place of teaching and learning, I made sure to make room for my educational heroes as well. Across eras, languages, countries, and continents, education has boomed and bellowed. Certain groups have been denied access to education. In some places, education has found breakthroughs, and in other places, people are still fighting for educational rights. The story of education is long, inspiring, and ongoing. There are enough educational trailblazers to fill a library full of books. Take a moment to consider and be inspired by a few of them. Aristotle established the Lyceum to help further philosophy and science. His teacher Plato had previously founded the Academy with a similar purpose. Prior to that, Plato's teacher Socrates routinely challenged the Sophists, the self-appointed philosophical authorities of Athens. Centuries later, Jesus similarly challenged the Pharisees and Sadducees, teaching and fraternizing with the poor, with women, and with sinners. Martin Luther translated the Bible into the German vernacular, releasing knowledge from papal control and giving scriptural access to commoners. Sojourner Truth and Harriet Tubman both escaped slavery to become activists fighting for black rights, women's rights, and educational rights. Former slave Booker T. Washington focused specifically on education for formerly enslaved African Americans. Malala Yousafzai suffered and survived a bullet in the head for demanding access to education for women in the Arab world. They all pushed limits. They all consciously enraged authorities. They all questioned status quos. They all loved teaching and learning. They all blazed trails. As a classroom teacher, every day be inspired by these visionaries and allow your students to be too. Action steps. Put a picture of your favorite educational leader on the wall and tell your students why they are so heroic. Better yet, post pictures of dozens of them and make a point to explain the circumstances, courage, and heroism for each of them throughout the course of the school year. Need a copy of all the Complete Teacher lessons on slides? Looking for an e-reader or physical copy of the Complete Teacher? Want to browse thousands of other top-rated, engaging resources? Check out the links below.